Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the podcast. I am Sarah.
And I'm John.
John, today we are talking about a problem that I think everyone has. I feel like my brain is broken. I try to work, but every 5 minutes I check my email, I check Instagram, I check the news. I feel busy all day, but at 5 p.m., I look at my list and realize I got nothing done.
You are suffering from what Cal Newport calls the shallows. You are drowning in distraction.
Exactly. And I know I need to focus, but I don't know how. So today we are discussing the book that claims to fix this, Deep Work by Cal Newport. John, before we dive into the discussion, can you give us the Cliff Notes? Can you summarize the big idea of this book in just 2 minutes?
Challenge accepted. Here is Deep Work in a nutshell. Imagine the modern economy is a contest. There are two types of people. Type A does shallow work. These are non-cognitive logistical tasks, answering emails, attending Zoom meetings, filling out forms. This work is easy to replicate. A robot or a cheaper worker can do it. Type B does deep work. This is the ability to focus without distraction on a cognitively demanding task, coding a complex algorithm, writing a book, solving a hard engineering problem. Cal Newport argues that deep work is becoming rare, but at the same time, it is becoming more valuable. Most people have lost the ability to focus. They are constantly switching tasks. This destroys their brain's ability to go deep. Newport introduces a concept called attention residue. Every time you switch from task A, working, to task B, checking your phone, a part of your attention stays stuck on task B. You become stupider. The book proposes a rigorous training program to regain this superpower. It's not just about trying harder, it's about structuring your life. You must embrace boredom, stop feeding your brain dopamine every second, quit social media, or use it very strictly. Drain the shallows. Schedule every minute of your day so you don't waste time. The thesis is simple. If you can master deep work, you will become the superstar of your industry. If you stay in the shallows, you will be replaced. End of summary.
Wow, if you stay in the shallows, you will be replaced? That is terrifying, John.
It is meant to be terrifying, Sarah. It is a wake-up call. We treat focus like it's a nice-to-have. Cal Newport says focus is the difference between success and failure in the 21st century.
Okay, let's dig into this. You mentioned shallow work versus deep work. I answer emails all day. My boss wants me to answer emails. Are you saying that is bad work?
It is not bad work. It is necessary work. It keeps the lights on. But, Sarah, does answering emails create new value? Does an email change the world? Does it write a bestseller? Does it invent the iPhone?
No, it just keeps things moving.
Exactly. Shallow work prevents you from getting fired, but deep work gets you promoted. Deep work is where you produce something that is hard to copy. If you spend 4 hours answering emails, anyone can do that. If you spend 4 hours writing a brilliant strategy document, that is unique to you.
That makes sense. But John, the problem is I can't focus for 4 hours. If I try to write that document, after 15 minutes, I feel an itch. I need to check my phone.
That itch is withdrawal. You are an addict. We are all addicted to novelty. Newport says we have rewired our brains. We have trained ourselves to be distracted. Every time you feel a little bit bored, you look at your phone. You teach your brain, boredom is dangerous. Here's a treat.
So I have trained myself to be unable to focus?
Yes, and this brings us to the most interesting concept in the book. Embrace boredom.
Embrace boredom? That sounds awful.
It is necessary. If you're standing in line at the grocery store, what do?
I pull out my phone and check Instagram.
Stop doing that. Stand there. Be bored. Look at the wall. You need to retrain your brain to be comfortable with doing nothing. If you can't handle 5 minutes of boredom in a grocery line, you will never handle 4 hours of deep work on a difficult problem.
That's such a simple challenge, but I know it's going to be hard. I panic when I have nothing to do.
It is mental weightlifting. You have to build the focus muscle. Another reason you can't focus is what I mentioned in the summary, attention residue.
Attention residue. It sounds like dirt.
It is dirt in your brain. Sophie Leroy, a business professor, studied this. Let's say you are working on a report, task A. You hear a ding. You check your email, task E. It's just a quick check. You see an email from your boss that says, "We need to talk later." You close the email and go back to the report. Technically, you are back on task A, but where is your mind?
My mind is on the boss. I'm wondering, what does he want? Is he angry?
Exactly. A huge chunk of your attention is left behind on task B. That is the residue. So now you are trying to write the report with only 50% of your brain. Newport says to produce at your peak level, you need to work for extended periods with full concentration on a single task, free from distraction. Quick checks are the enemy of depth.
So multitasking is a lie.
Multitasking is a myth. You are just task switching very fast and doing everything poorly.
Okay, I'm convinced I need deep work. But John, how do I fit it into my life? I have meetings, I have kids. I can't just disappear into a cave.
Newport gives us 4 strategies. You have to pick the one that fits your lifestyle. The monastic philosophy. You move to a cabin in the woods, no phone, no email, you are a monk.
Okay, I can't do that. I have a job.
2. The bimodal philosophy. You live a normal life for 4 days, then you disappear for 3 days. Or you take off 2 months a year to just write.
Still too hard for most people with a 9-to-5 job.
3. The rhythmic philosophy. This is the best one for us. You build a habit, a rhythm. Every morning from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m., I do deep work. Or every day after lunch for 90 minutes, I lock my door. You make it a routine like brushing your teeth.
I like that, the rhythmic approach. It connects with atomic habits.
Exactly. You reduce the friction. And finally, the journalistic philosophy. This is for people like journalists who are very busy. Whenever they have 20 free minutes, they switch instantly into deep work mode. But this is very hard. It requires high skill.
So for beginners like me, the rhythmic approach is best. Schedule a block of time. But John, what about the quit social media part? That's a huge request.
It is controversial. Newport says most people use the any benefit mindset. They say, well, Facebook helps me stay in touch with my grandma, so it has a benefit. Therefore, I should use it.
That sounds logical.
But it ignores the cost. What is the cost of Facebook? The cost is your attention. The cost is your ability to focus. Newport suggests the craftsman approach. A carpenter uses a hammer because it helps him build a chair. He doesn't use a tool unless it has a massive positive impact. Does Facebook help you do your deep work?
No, it actually stops me from doing it.
Then, for a craftsman, it's a bad tool. You don't have to delete it forever, but maybe delete the app from your phone. Only check it on your computer on Saturday. Reclaim your attention.
That's a good compromise. I can check it, but not always. John, this book makes me feel like I've been wasting my brain power.
Most of us are. We are busy, but we are not productive. Newport says busyness is a proxy for productivity. In the absence of clear indicators of what it means to be productive, we do many things in a visible manner. We answer emails fast to look productive.
Busyness is not productivity. That's the key takeaway for me. Just because I'm sweating doesn't mean I'm moving forward.
Exactly. Sarah, imagine you have a Ferrari engine in your brain, but you're driving it in a traffic jam at 5 miles per hour. That is shallow work. Deep work is taking the Ferrari to the racetrack and seeing how fast it can go.
I want to go to the racetrack. So the homework for this week?
Simple. Schedule 1 block of deep work. Just 90 minutes, turn off your phone, close your email, tell your colleagues, do not disturb me, and work on one hard thing. See how much you get done. You will be shocked.
I'm going to try it tomorrow morning. 90 minutes, no phone. Wish me luck, John.
You don't need luck, Sarah. You just need focus.
Thanks for listening, everyone. Now put down your phone and go do some deep work.
Goodbye.